What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Louisiana Outdoorsman. Today I failed miserably this morning at trying to catch some brim for you guys. I caught one and then one catfish, but definitely was not enough to make enough of better content that I think that I can put out. So I'm just gonna cut my losses on that. And like, I know a lot of you have been asking about how I make my jug lines and how I do all that. So today, as you can see, I have everything pre-cut, but I'm gonna explain it as I go. All the stuff to make my jug lines. I'm gonna make some more shallower ones, and this afternoon into the night I'm going to go run these in the lake. Like I said, I'm gonna make them shallower, so I think it'll do better. I'm also gonna go set out some more limb lines tonight and then run all of those tonight as well. But for now, this video will be basically a little instructional of how I make my jug lines and step by step of the whole process. So hopefully it might help you guys if you're looking to make jug lines of your own. This is the best way I find to actually do these. So I'm gonna strap this on my chest and I'm gonna go step by step of exactly what I do to make these jug lines. Stay tuned. Alright, so what I'm gonna start out doing, like I said, I have everything pre-cut. The PVC, I cut each of these pieces of PVC 1.5 feet, which is about how long I like my jugs. On the pool noodles, this is regular standard pool noodle. I cut these 10 inches long, so 10 inches and then 1.5 feet. It's not much longer than the actual PVC itself. So, but what I'm gonna start by doing is I'm going to drill a hole in this end cap for the PVC. That way I can put these little eye bolts in there. I'm gonna spin those in there. But first I gotta make a little starter hole, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I just drilled this little starter hole, as you can see. I found it easier, you start out on the bottom and drill out that way instead of trying to drill, because this thing's a little curved on top, so it's a lot harder for you to get a good stable drilling platform. So it's better to come through here, drill through there, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little eye bolt and make sure you don't drill your hole bigger than your actual screw for your eye bolt, because then it's going to be all wallowed out. But what you're going to do, you're going to stick it in there and then you're just going to screw it. And it may be a little difficult and you may have to maybe get some type of crescent wrench, but you're going to drill it all the way down until you got no more threads left. That way you do it like that. It should look like that. On my other jugs, I had some to where I could actually screw a nut on the bottom, but these aren't going to go anywhere because I'm actually going to put a little bit of glue on the inside of there, so it stays and holds pretty good. Alright, so now that that's in there, like I said, you can pull on as hard as you want. It's not going in there because it's screwed in. It basically threaded itself in this end cap. So what you want to do is take your other end cap. You do not drill a hole in this one. This one's going to go on the other end of the piece of PVC. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of this say the rain or shine. It's just medium blue PVC cement. It's basically the glue that's going to hold the end caps on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put some gloves on, because this PVC cement stuff is pretty potent and I don't really want it on my hands. So now, got my gloves on, got my piece of PVC. All I'm going to do is take this, and you don't need much of this stuff. Don't need much of it at all. You're just going to take it, kind of wipe the excess off, because like I said, you're not going to need much. And you're just going to wrap it one time around the PVC on both ends. Now what you can do is you have both ends cemented, or you're going to stick your end cap on. This is the end cap without the hole drilled in. You're going to stick that in on the one side, and on this side you're going to do the exact same. You want to go do this before your cement dries, because it dries pretty quick. So you got to shove that on there like so, and it should look something like that. Just two ends capped off, then you got your eye bolt on this end. And then what you're going to do with your pool noodle is you're basically just going to stick it right on in like so, and end cap, pull noodle. Now it's starting to look like a jug line. Now what some people do is, in fact I have it on my other jugs that I use, I cut a piece of rebar, just probably maybe about 3 or 4 inches. I put that inside the PVC, that way if the formality of it is, if you set it all the way to this end and a fish bites on this end and tips it, it's going to put that weight all the way to the front, and then you'll know that a fish is on it because it's going to sit straight up in the water like that. I found from the other ones I made, it's not really worth it because it doesn't really, mine rarely works like that. So I figured these I'm going to make without a weight, and just have it to where it's just free floating on the inside. But to the next step, on we go. Alright, now what I'm going to do on the eye bolt side, I have these little combination barrel swivels with the interlock snap on it. If you can see it right here. I like to use this because it allows some movement of the string on the eye bolt itself. So what I do is I just take this little snap swivel, I slide it on there, flip sides, snap it on there. I'm gonna close it, and that way I have movement on here instead of the rope or string being tied directly to it and not being able to move because of the knot. This gets to move freely about. So I like to use this, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to attach the string onto here, like I said, to give it movement. Alright, so got my string. In the last video you guys seen, it's this tar dipped nylon. It's really good stuff that you don't want to use anything other than this on your jug lines. This tar dipped nylon is fierce. It is extremely strong. Like I said, I'm just going to put it on here. Let me flip this again and tie whatever knot you want. I find on this tar dip string, a 7-twist knot, or basically a fisherman's knot is what they call it, works perfectly fine, and it's a very strong knot. So you're just going to tie that on there. Like I said, this tar dip string is extremely strong and sticky as all get out. And you're just going to have to pull it down, make it tight, and like I said, that makes a extremely strong knot that is not going anywhere, no matter how big the fish. And like I said, these I am making shallower, so I'm only gonna make these maybe about 5 or 6 foot long, if that. So basically I'm just gonna pull what I deem is 5 or 6 foot. I'm going to cut this, cut it right there, and as you can see, I don't know if you guys can actually see that or not, but I deem that to be close enough to 5 or 6 foot. Now what I'm going to do on the end of this is I'm going to tie my weight, because I like to put my weights on the bottom. I don't Carolina rig my jugs. I went to Walmart and I just bought these 3-ounce sinkers. I know I probably should use heavier weight. A lot of people I know use cement. They put cement in a solo cup and use it that way. Now these weights, I'm tying directly to it. I'm not using any type of snap swivel, barrel swivel, or anything like that. Like I said, you're going to tie it directly to the weight. Just going to pull it down. You keep just cinching it, and once that tar locks that nylon in, like I said, not going anywhere. So far, have my weight down here, all the way tied up. Now I'm going to cut it pretty high up, probably about 1.5 foot down from where I have my eye bolt, and I'm going to put a 3-way swivel. So I'm going to cut this first. So now, as you can see, it's a very short, probably 1.5 foot cut from the barrel, from the eye bolt. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this 3-way, I don't know if you can see it, this 3-way swivel. You can buy these at Walmart or any supply store that sells fishing supplies. And I'm just going to tie one end to one side of the 3-way swivel. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tie all of these, and I'm going to get back with you guys and explain as after I've done it. Alright, now I have officially everything tied. Like I said, end cap, piece of PVC, piece of pool noodle, and then what I did was, once where it met the three-way swivel right here, I tied, like I said, I tied it off down from here. The pool noodle is up there on the eye bolt. Then on the bottom half of the three-way swivel, I tied the weight and the rest of the string that I had before I cut. Then on the third part of the three-way swivel right here, I tied another piece of string. I cut maybe 10 inches to a foot long. The reason I did a foot long is because I knew I would take up some space whenever I was tying these knots. So it's probably about maybe 8 inches long in total for the leader. But I tied it on there and then tied the knot directly to the hook. And like I said, on these jug lines, tied about a 4 or 5 aught hook, which isn't too big, especially for the bait I use. So, but let me see if I can get a full picture for you guys. Let's see. Like I said, noodle down to a three-way swivel, down to the weight, and down to the hook. So that is in turn the new jug lines I'm going to make. That's for shallower water. I hope this was helpful in maybe some of you guys that are making your own jug lines, like I said before, to help you make and guide you through making your own. I hope you found this useful. Hope you guys enjoyed this, because I have, as you can tell, I have just one made so far. I have all of these left to go, and I got like an hour and a half maybe to make all of these jug lines and make some more limb lines to where I can go set them out this afternoon and tonight. And hopefully that's going to be another video I'm bringing to you guys. So as always, hit that subscribe button. And also now, I'm also going to drop a little bit of new news to you guys who have been subscribed to me, or new subscribers that's coming along. If you guys have Roku, the little Roku sticks that you can buy at Walmart, any Best Buy, any tech place, Amazon, buy them anywhere. I am now on Roku. Yes, that is Roku. You can check me out on the Outdoor Network channel. So you go to Roku, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually leave the link to the description. If you have it, I'm going to leave the link to where you can add that channel to your channel, and you can watch me here and there, wherever you go. So, as always, hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget, just because I'm going to Roku, to smash that subscribe button here on YouTube, and stay tuned for another episode of Louisiana Outdoorsman.